Alright, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Comedy's Dead podcast. Only 2.5 weeks late on an episode. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I did record an episode within the last 2.5 weeks that I promptly fucked up when trying to upload and deleted, and then I got mad at myself, so I just didn't record again. Which is, pretty par for the course with how I operate. Fuck. Alright, what's going on? It's been a little minute. Life's happening. I'm currently driving up to fucking, Quechee, Vermont through this fucking snowstorm. It's not going well. It's definitely not going well. I'm only an hour late for when I was supposed to be there to fucking set up the show. And, and I only still have about 2 hours left in this drive, so things are going well, Fucking said I was going to be there at 6:35 when I left Boston after I picked up the gear, and now it's saying fucking 7:30, and I was supposed to be there at 6:30, so I was already, fucking 5 minutes late. We're doing great, guys. Everything's fucking fine, okay? Life is rosy. It's fucking awesome. No. I don't fucking know, dude. I'm just hauling fucking 35 chairs and a bunch of equipment up to fucking Vermont so I can host for fucking 15 minutes. For not enough money, because I will literally fucking prostitute myself in any way for stage time. That's why, Granted, I didn't plan on a snowstorm happening before this, but my fucking shoulder's fucked. Which I think I have figured out the cause of a lot of this fucking discomfort. I don't even know if I've complained about this on the podcast, but I think my chair in the car is too far back, so I think I'm stretching myself out too much every single time I drive, because I'm like stretching my arms forward. But, it gets really uncomfortable to drive for a long time with your fucking foot up on the pedal. So you want to lean the chair back, but then it fucks up your back. I think, I should probably just, build some goddamn muscle, people. That's what I should do. But that's a lot of work, okay? And my shoulder hurts. I don't know. We're fucking driving, guys. It is what it is. I'm a little bit miserable. Alright, how come it snows a little bit and then everybody fucking adds an extra chromosome? Alright, why does that happen? Can somebody explain that? It's like, you guys live in New England. You should fucking know how to drive in the goddamn snow. Alright? Some of us have fucking places to be. Alright? Better than hanging out with our family on Christmas week. Alright? Maybe some of us, want to beg strangers for approval. Because, our parents aren't gonna give us that. Anyways, I don't know, dude. I got a fucking, I've had a fucking interesting couple weeks of shows, man. I had the most depressing weekend a couple weeks ago up in fucking Maine. And I did fucking Empire Comedy Club. I've been up there, like, the last 3 weeks. I'm going up fucking Sunday, too. And that's gonna be, like, a fucking stand-up-on-the-spot type show. It's, like, gonna be all, like, crowdsourced. Basically, like, you ask for suggestions and then riff. So we'll see how that goes. But it's going to be a fun exercise. There needs to be more shit like that around here. But, because it's good, because it's, like, it's not crowd work, but it is crowd work, where it's, like, I don't have to fucking ask them the same shitty fucking questions over and over to get something going. I can actually just fucking, whatever. But, although I'm going to be kind of mad, because I want to get up early so I can leave, so I can, unsafely watch the Kennedy Center honors, on the drive home, with the fucking Grateful Dead. That's going to be really great. The band looks really good. But, dude, I was fucking up there a couple weekends ago. I did, like, the whole weekend there. But, I, like, got a hotel room with another comic, and he was snoring the entire fucking time, so I didn't get any goddamn sleep. And it was, like, 20 degrees out, and it snowed one day, so I couldn't really just, like, walk around and, like, do fun stuff and, like, check out the city. So I literally just fucking sat in coffee shops all day reading, which is how I fucked up my back a couple weeks ago. It was already fucked, but, like, it really fucked it up. And then, what's it called? Because you're just sitting on a stool for 5 hours. Turns out that's not healthy for a human being. And then, what's it called? I was just, like, fucking miserably bored, and I read, like, a really sad and dark book. So it wasn't even like I was, like, doing something that would, like, slightly make me cheerful. I was just fucking... Yeah, it was bad. And then, but, I appreciate the stage time, but I was, like, just sitting there with nothing to do, in physical pain, not able to get any sleep in a hotel room, and I was like, is this, like, the best case scenario of my future as a comedian? Right? Is this is just doing the road by yourself every single weekend instead of having a fulfilling life with like a family and stuff? Is this it? Is this, because I'm not backing out on all these life decisions now, I'll tell you that, all right? I'd be miserable. I would be more miserable with a happy family life, if we're being quite honest. But, that's because this is what I am, all right? I'm a fucking comedian. I was born to be a miserable fuck. That's kind of, not that I don't want, like, a happy family life, but, like, I can't afford that shit anytime in the next 20 years, all right? I'm going to be an old dad. It's just how it's going to work, all right? I'm not settling down anytime soon, all right? I got fucking jokes to tell. And I'm not getting a real job because that will make me a worse comedian. Yeah, you know what I call comedians with real jobs? Not going anywhere. That's what I call them, all right? They're fucking not applying themselves, all right? This has got to be your life. You got to be fucking, actually on that grind. Like, if you're not fucking doing it at least 5 days a week, you're not doing comedy, all right? You should quit. You're taking up space for everybody else. You're barely applying yourself, and I want you to die, all right? That's how I feel, honestly, deep inside. I'm not even kidding, all right? Drives me fucking nuts. I don't know. Yeah, dude, so I fucking, let's see, what did I do last weekend? What the fuck is this cunt doing? Look, I know I'm saying everybody's driving like a pussy in the snow, but you can't just fucking zip around everybody as if there's no snow in your fucking Mercedes. Why is it always like a Mercedes or a Beamer? What? You ever fucking... Can somebody fucking explain that to me? I'm in a mood right now. All right, clearly it's because of the traffic, all right? But, this is how I get the most out of myself. It's just being miserable, all right? If you want me to be funny, you just got to make me angry over trivial bullshit. I don't know. I got to fucking get on Mass Health. I've delayed that for fucking 9 months now since I lost that fucking job with the health insurance. Granted, it wasn't paying me enough to fucking survive, but... I did have $120 a week for health. Did you guys know that health insurance is expensive? Did you guys know that? Because that was the news to me. I heard everybody complaining for years, but I just coasted off my parents. But now that I'm seeing the reality of it, I'm a big Luigi guy, all right? I like how the fucking, that picture of the cops just making him look like he's fucking Batman. He's a Batman villain. Just like 70 officers to escort him into fucking Arkham Asylum. For, shooting Mr. Blood Money over there. I don't know. I think I talked about that a couple weeks ago. I just think it's hilarious the way fucking... They're treating him like he's fucking... I mean, granted, because it's, the police are basically in place to protect other, rich people's property and not actually to protect people. But, that's besides the point. But, what's it called? And the reason I say that is because why don't we spend most of our money, attacking the white-collar criminals who are putting people into poverty and not the people, who's the poor people whose actions are a symptom of poverty and not the cause of it. Isn't it, I don't know, is that a crazy notion to be like, hey, maybe, just maybe, all these politicians are involved in insider trading and are getting all this fucking back channel money from all these fucking lobbyists, The Iraq war starts and Dick Cheney gives all the government contracts to the company he used to be the fucking CFO of or CEO of, I forget which one. But, that's not a little suspicious at all. Nope, but, we can get a street-level drug dealer. That's really going to fix the problems. Not the fucking bankers who are laundering the money for the actual big drug dealers on top. I mean, look at the crack epidemic. Fuck, the government was literally... selling freeway Rick Ross crack to put into inner city communities because they knew a civically active fucking poor population was a threat to Republican voters. All right, this isn't. I'm not like this is all verifiable information. I'm not like I know I always sound like a crazy conspiracy guy, but I'm a rational conspiracy guy. Okay, I could be talking about how the pyramids are ancient Tesla towers right now. I don't know if I believe that one, but I would like to, because that one's fun. Have I talked about that in the podcast? I don't know. What about the government fucking buying up patents for hydroelectric cars because they knew it was going to destroy the oil industry? Or, the government destroying all the trolley and train system in this country because all the fucking auto lobbyists were fucking funding their campaigns. All right, why don't we talk about this stuff? All right, why do we have to talk about the 7 trans people playing high school sports, right? Why is that the biggest issue? Dude, it's fucking insane, all right? They just it's divide and conquer. They just get you arguing about some dumb bullshit and not being like, hey, all of these rich people are fucking us. But if you say that, then now, you're a communist or some bullshit. And it's like, I don't know. I'm a little bit of a socialist. A little bit, A lot of it. I don't know. No, here's the problem. Is, it's whoever... Here's my problem with all that bullshit. Is, because, I want to be a big lefty, but here's the problem, right? Is no matter what, the type of people who want power, or want to run, want to get elected, want to supposedly do something to help the country, deep down, they really want power, right? So, no matter what, the more power you give the federal government, the more they're going to fuck you. Because they're, even if they go in with the best of intentions, absolute power corrupts. Absolutely, all right? Even if it's not absolute power, just power corrupts. Nancy Pelosi ran on fucking universal health care, and now she's one of the dirtiest people in Congress, all right? These people don't give a fuck about you, all right? I know I try not to get too political, but, god damn it, dude. I just... I'm not pro killing all CEOs, right? Just some. That's really the thing. It's... Look, I think if you start a good business and, do it morally, go for it, buddy. More power to you, all right? That's, freedom, right? But, there's a line, right? If that line is, enriching the shareholders off of the deaths of millions of people because it would cost you a couple $1,000s, okay, we talk about the healthcare industry a lot and blame them. Why does nobody come for the doctors, all right? Because I think they're maybe some of the biggest pieces of shit out there, no? It's just a bunch of fucking... Dude, you are dude, it is the most... Dude, do doctors really get that job because they want to help people, right? No, because then they become nurses, all right? They get that job because they want money, all right? If that patient dies on their hands, they just go, you can't save them all. They are actively building these lavish, rich lifestyles while getting paid exorbitant amounts of money that most of the people they're operating on can't actually fucking afford. And they never think about the consequences of those things. I don't understand how we fucking, don't get me wrong, we need doctors, right? It's technically a noble job, but, did you know that the 2 jobs with the highest rate of sociopathy are CEO and doctor? Why does nobody talk about that? Look at... It's actually the job with the highest rate of becoming an authoritarian dictator is a medical doctor. I'm not making that up. You can Google it, all right? It is war general and CEO and doctor. Those are the 3 most sociopathic jobs in the world. And it makes sense, right? If you're willing to, cut open a human and operate on them and don't, shiver at the idea, I think you kind of have to be cold-blooded in a scary way, no? Granted, they save a lot of lives, but, they're not doing it out of the goodness of their heart. They're doing it because they get paid fucking $250,000 a year, all right? Let's not... if you want to be, a fucking honest doctor, be a fucking Doctor Without Borders or start, a rural clinic and be, a physician or some bullshit. Don't be a fucking surgeon. Those people they're bad people. I don't trust them. Alright? Just so they can fucking start an opioid epidemic because they're getting cutbacks from fucking the Sackler family. They're getting wined and dined by these big pharma reps and they're fucking over prescribing pills. Oh, let's not talk... What about that part, guys? Huh? What about that part? I don't know. You hear the fucking chairs clanging behind me. Jesus Christ. Alright, why do I do this to myself, guys? Why the fuck do I do this to myself? I don't know, guys. Alright, we're at 15 minutes. I don't have to do that much today, right? No? What else is going on? I don't know. Fucking homophobia, that's a thing. I had something written down for that. I don't know. Dude, I used to think I was a little bit homophobic growing up as a kid, and then, you know, I slowly just realized as I got older that just men make me uncomfortable. It's not that they're gay, it's that they're men, you know? It's just like the rational fears that a woman has. I'm not a large man, guys. If somebody wants to overpower me, they can do that, all right? That's a terrifying thought, you know? I'm not a real man, all right? I can't fight off an attacker. It's always funny when, like, a girl I'm friends with asks me to, like, walk them home. And I'm like, great, what am I gonna do now? Because, like, can I just stay over? We don't need to, like, I'll crash on your couch. Can I not walk back through the dark? Can you call me an Uber? Like, it's a rational fear to have, okay? You know? Like, I'm built in a way where I have to cover my drink if I go out to a bar and a dude's looking at me too deeply, okay? I'm just saying. You know? Fucking Christ. What's going on right now? Dude, I'm like, this drive is making me fucking lose my goddamn mind. Let's see. Pod. I'm not smoking weed anymore. Dude, it's because of like this fucking back and neck shit, alright? I'm like tensing up in a ridiculous way, and I think it's because I'm like fucking up my muscles the way I'm sitting in the car. I really think it's that. And I also think my shoulder's fucked and I need to see an orthopedic surgeon, but, you know, one thing at a time. Yeah, dude. I fucking went to, what's it called? I went to, a concert a couple weeks ago, the Allman Betts Family Revival. It's the sons of Greg Allman and Dickie Betts. They have, like, a band, and they have, like, a cast of, like, rotating fucking, like, badass musicians from, like, all around, you know, music scenes and stuff like that. But, they fucking, I, like, made friends with these two dudes at the show, because, I couldn't find a friend to go with me, and I wasn't gonna miss the show. And, what's it called? They smoked me up, and, like, I had such a horrible panic attack. I was like, I can't do this anymore, alright? My whole face was, like, vibrating, and I literally thought I was, like, having an aneurysm or something like that. I don't know what the symptoms of an aneurysm is, but it just sounded in my head like a thing that could be happening. So I was like, yeah, this is it. This is how I have the aneurysm that kills me. Yeah, no, it's just, like, unenjoyable to smoke anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, like, getting old, and I just have, like, real things to worry about, and, like, my body isn't the same as it was. But, like, yeah, I'm just not having fun when I smoke. So I'm doing, you know. But I am doing copious amounts of other drugs, so that's good, right? I haven't done cocaine in a long time, so don't get on me about that. But, you know, a little ketamine never killed anybody, or some 4-MMC, or some 2CB, or some sassafras, or some acid, or some mushrooms, or some DMT. Look, I've got, like, a pharmacopoeia at home. It's fine. But, I like things that make me think, okay? I don't like escapist drugs. I like confrontist drugs. You know? I like deal with your problem drugs. I don't like fucking, you know, run from your demon drugs. Those just make your life worse, okay? And they cause addiction. But, you know, nobody's getting addicted to LSD. It's just not how that works. Although ketamine can be escapist unless you fucking throw yourself into a K-hole, which I've never done, but I've seen it happen, and it's, dude, I was with my buddy, and he was doing so much ketamine that, it was hard to, like, communicate things to him, and I was fine. I'm very in control when I do things, actually, except when I get too drunk, but I'm, like, pretty good at, like, fucking keeping my shit together, because, you know, I realize that people are supposed to have limits, and, you know, supposed to be, like, somewhat responsible, all right? I'm like, I'm the talk to the cops guy when I'm on something. You know what I mean? Like, that's, I'm the team leader. Someone's got to keep their wits about them. But what's it called? I, like, made a line for him, and I made a line for myself. And then there was, like, the pile of K, and I was like, here's your line, and then I turned my back, and he snorted the whole pile, because he was so fucked up that he didn't realize it. And I was like, dude, you did the pile. He's like, I did the pile. I was like, you did the pile. And then he fucking fell into a K-hole And he looked at me in the terrified face that Beaker from the Muppets makes for the entire 10 minutes of his K-hole, and then proceeded to not remember any of it. And I was like, dude, I can't see Beaker from the Muppets anymore and not think of that moment for the rest of my life. It was like, it is scarred into my brain. Because it was very fucking funny. But, yeah, I don't know. Drugs are cool. If you can't tell, I'm just trying to fill time here, alright? We're only at 20 minutes. I don't have that much else to talk about. What's going on in my life? You know, I'm not really dating. I went up to the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors. That's how I was talking about drugs earlier. I went up to the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors the other day, which is Alex Gray, who's like a psychedelic artist. Alex and Allison Gray, who are psychedelic artists. They have they're like acclaimed artists. They like do all, you know, like album covers for Tool, and they've been at, you know, pretty much every major art show you've ever seen. You know, they're not just like fucking just for druggies, but what's it called? They have like a art gallery / psychedelic chapel church type thing called the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors. So I went up there for the full moon gathering that they have. Got to check out all the art and stuff like that, which was cool. And I got to meet Allison. She was like the sweetest lady ever. Alex honestly kind of seemed like a pretentious cunt, and I did not like his vibe at all. But she was fucking awesome. She was like a really sweet person to talk to, really down to earth, mellow. Did not seem full of herself in any sense. It was like, you know, it was nice talking to her. But yeah, I had an interesting time. I got offered to join the Native American Church. That's cool. So I can technically become a medicine man, and that sounds kind of awesome if we're being quite honest. You know, just to say I'm like an actual medicine man. You know, I can give you actual holistic healing. There's certain people I want to tell that to just to see their fucking reaction to. But what's it called? I don't know, dude. I'm like fucking... I've just been so fucking busy with all these road gigs, man. It's like fucking taking something out of me. Like, it's too much, alright? I need to fucking like stop and live life a little bit, because like I have nothing to talk about. I'm literally just working all fucking day, and then going out and doing comedy at night. Like, I you know, I get fucking... when I have time off, I'm not hitting people up to hang out or like do cool shit. I'm just like fucking... I mean, I'm going a lot. I've seen a decent amount of music lately, but like I'm really just fucking like, you know, I'm on the road, dude. I'm fucking. I just fucking beat. I was fucking sober for like 3.5 months from alcohol, and I just started drinking again. I wasn't sober for any like reasons that I like needed to quit or anything like that. You know, it was just whatever. But so yeah, I'm trying to get back to like all, you know, I'm getting used to doing that again. I mean, I really wanted to fucking drink after all that time, you know, because I don't have a drinking problem. You know, occasionally will get too drunk, but for the most part, I just have like 1 or 2 drinks, and like, I'm very in control of myself. So like, dude, fucking go. You are the only car in this fucking lane. Everybody else is so fucking far ahead of you. Can you drive like a fucking adult? Oh my god. Dude, people who go sit in the slow, like the fucking fast lane, and like are fucking half a mile behind the car in front of them while there's an entire line of goddamn people behind them, pissed off at how slow they're going. I think they should literally be removed from society with violence. I think we need to put them to the guillotine because they're complete selfish pieces of shit. I'm gonna drive up your ass if you're driving like this. What do you expect me to do? Alright, somebody needs to teach you your lesson that you're being a fucking cunt. Alright? And you think I'm the cunt because you think the world revolves around you. Because you go, no, this is the speed I want to drive, so fuck everybody else. But that's not how it works, alright? Jesus Christ. That's the worst part. They just had so many chances to move over, and they didn't, because they're like, I'm going slightly faster than the person on the right lane. So I'm gonna fuck over the person in the left lane, because fuck you, that's why. Oh my god, are you fucking serious? fucking go. Just fucking go. Move over. I'll kill both of us. I don't give a shit. Getting around that person felt like letting out a big sneeze. Oh, and other people did it too. That's how you know you're an asshole. If the rest of the fucking line of cars joins the person who's trying to get you out of the fucking way. You know? That's how you know you're a fucking twat. You know? It's... I'm not going to say what I was about to say. I'm not going to say what I was about to say. Alright? I bit my tongue right there. Alright? It would have only served to offend. Alright, I'm going to say it. You know it's a woman. Alright? You just do. You know? It's snowing. You have to be safe. Shut up, bitch. Alright? I got places to be. She's not a bitch because she's a woman. She's a bitch because she's driving like an asshole, okay? Let's be very clear about things, okay? I don't hate people because they're women. I hate people who happen to be women, but I hate plenty of men too, okay? God. You know? Sometimes you just gotta point out, this is the bad behaviors of this sex. These are the bad behaviors of this sex, okay? Not everything's either or, people. God. I feel like I always have to clarify that. Because, you know, you just say one thing and people are like, how dare you hate whatever. It's like, no, I hate just most people. That's actually, you know, your identity is the suit you wear. But it's who you are as a person that I dislike, all right? I don't judge you based on, you know, your skin color or your genitals. I judge you on the content of your character and also how you drive. Mostly how you drive, if we're being quite honest. That's my big issue with people. I should call this fucking bar and tell them I'm gonna be this far behind. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, I got a fucking, a first copy, first pressing, mint condition copy, first pressing of Lenny Bruce's, first full stand-up album. His first album was like comedic interview voices type things. But his first fucking stand-up album, what's it called? The Sick Humor of Lenny Bruce. And, I mean, it was, you know, Richard Pryor said it was, you know, the most influential album on him and whatever. I mean, it's literally, like, the most important document of stand-up comedy, maybe ever. And I'm not saying it's, like, the funniest, but, like, it, you know, Lenny Bruce was constantly getting arrested for making fun of religion to the point where he developed a drug addiction to cope with the paranoia and, like, the fear and all that sort of stuff. He was getting blacklisted from places and all that sort of stuff. He couldn't do comedy clubs. He had to do jazz clubs. He was, like, you know, as transgressive as it is, as irreverent as there is, as, you know, in your face, I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. Fuck you. I don't give a shit if it offends you. And he's, you know, the most universally respected comic ever. I mean, you know, most comics will say, like, I can't really, you know, Lenny Bruce doesn't, like, hit with me, but for what he was, I mean, you have to respect him as the best stand-up comedian ever. And he, you know, that drug addiction killed him. And, I mean, they posted in the news fucking pictures of his naked body to, like, mock him for how sanctimonious he was and how, you know, disrespectful of religion and the social mores of the time, and talking about sex and things like that, and talking about, you know, and accepting gay people and accepting people of other races and calling out, you know, all that sort of stuff. And that's what's funny to me is, like, real offensive comedy historically, and I'm not talking about, like, that fucking Austin Kill Tony bullshit where you just say retarded and fag and that's your whole joke. I'm talking about, like, real comedy is supposed to be about pointing out logical fallacies in people who claim to be morally superior, but are actually just as, you know, hateful and judgmental as other people, you know? It's like, if I'm joking about women, it's not like, you know, it's not about, you know, I think women are less than men. It's, for being quite honest, I don't think it would kill me. Let's see what's going on. I might do, should I take tomorrow off? I don't know. Tomorrow I'm supposed to be, or today, I don't know when you're going to listen to this. Saturday, the 21st, I'm supposed to be at Aquatic Brewing in Falmouth, although it's just a guest spot and it's a long drive and I'm tired. of doing all these fucking road gigs. So I might bail, but I probably won't because I hate myself. And then, let's see, what else do we got? I got Sunday, I'm supposed to be up at Empire. I already talked about that. Tuesday, I'm over at the Comedy Studio on The Chosen Show. It's a $45 ticket. All Jewish comedians, or half Jewish, like myself. But you do get an entire catered Chinese food buffet, which rules. We're getting that from the Hong Kong in Harvard Square. Show's in Harvard Square. I'm very excited. This is my first, real show at the studio. I was going to complain about that, but we'll just let it go for the time being. So, yeah, I'm going to be on that. I'm very excited about that. And then I think, I'll have an episode up before that. I think I only have one show the next week, which is supposed to be New Year's Eve at Empire. Although, he said, that's wishy-washy on that one, so I don't really know. But yeah, I'm just going to be fucking dog sitting the 23rd to the 26th. If you want to, text me to hang out, we can hang out with the dog. That'd be cool. Fucking Kona, she rules. Dog loves me. Yeah, I don't know. It's been good. I've been getting a lot of holiday gifts from my clients. Really love raking in that extra dough. Let's see. Do I have anything else I really need to talk about? I don't really got much, guys. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. That's pretty much. It's just going to be me complaining about people driving for another 10 minutes if I want to keep this going. All right. If you're like, hey, Josh, clearly recording this podcast just put you at a deep safety risk because you fucking skidded across 3 lanes because you were more focused on recording a podcast than paying attention to the road. You know what, guys? Fuck you. I don't know. All right. This has been the podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Check it out next week, all that sort of stuff. I need to stop talking about the same subjects over and over again, but, I keep running into shit like that. So, all right. I'll check in with you guys next week. See you later. Peace out.